Agyemang. Eric, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
So the concluding part of your statement is suggesting that you possibly still do not have confidence in the management of the school.
If you let me say good afternoon, and obviously same to your cherished viewers, especially our constituents, that is Ghanaian students, both home and abroad. Admittedly, let me begin by saying that the last 1 week has been not just a serious time, but well-defining moment in the history of student activism, particularly relative to the relationship between school authorities and student leaders, and by extension leaders. There's been a lot of water under the bridge, a lot has happened, and finally we are happy that government has paved the way. And against very formidable anticipation, we were hoping that government intervention would be a solution, but it rather turned out to be an escalation of the situation, and we are happy that government has finally paved the way to the Chancellor Otumfuo Osei the second to take over the running of affairs for now.
So if you are happy, then why issue this sort of caveat that you are, it doesn't mean that the fact that Otumfuo, I mean, virtually saying that you don't have confidence in the management of the school, of the university?
I think that cannot be said categorically that we don't have
confidence.
Well,
let me just read your statement.
We don't have confidence in the management.
The statement says that the intervention of Otumfuo does not indicate a support for management. What does that mean?
Well, does not mean that Otumfuo is supporting management for all what has happened, including the brutalities which were meted out on students. That is basically what we are talking about. And so, and let me also say that we would all agree that fine concerns have been tabled before the University Council, but they have not been addressed yet.
Yes, the concerns have not been addressed yet. This is a situation where the Chancellor of the university has taken the matter up and is ready to see the matter through, and you are issuing a statement saying that, I mean, virtually saying that his intervention does not indicate that you support the management. So what if he comes up with a certain stance that you're not in favor of?
Well, what we have to understand right now is that the Chancellor has been given the mandate to reconstitute the University Council. And so after Friday, which the University Council will be constituted, the Vice Chancellor, the Chancellor actually, Otumfuo Osei, wouldn't really be in charge of affairs. It is the University Council, which we intelligently are aware that it's only maybe the government representatives who will be changed, but the others will be maintained. But bottom line is, our concerns have not been addressed yet. And that is why we issue this, to make the point clear that we are still following the process. Otumfuo stepping in to take charge does not mean that the whole week celebrations, which were put together to be celebrated 1 week, has been addressed. The consolidated student bank accounts still is maintained. The conversion, of course, is still in place. So we issue this out to make it clear that we are still following the process, and that Otumfuo's intervention is for, the respect that we have for him, but does not in any way indicate support for management, including the brutalities they meted out on students.
So we are awaiting the reconstituted board of the university. Are you prepared to work with that board?
Absolutely, absolutely. We are happy, and we trust the judgment of the Chancellor, that is Otumfuo Osei, that by Friday, when it is announced, the council taking over would be able to serve all interests, students and top management, as well as other staff of the university. And let me also say that as regrettable as the vandalism which were caused by students last week were, I think generally it's good for our tertiary education, because it has initiated a national dialogue on how school authorities get to even treat student leaders and students by extension.
You are not justifying.
I am not in any way justifying the vandalism, but I'm saying that the entirety of everything that happened, right from the peacefully planned but violently staged demonstration and all that happened after, I'm saying that the entirety of everything is good for our tertiary education. And moving forward, the media, I know, would be put in a position now to listen to students, not just report when we go about vandalizing things, but also get to report when students are brutalized.
Eric Agyemang, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having
now,
me.
so a new governing council for University of Science and Technology